If you spend your money, you have none left. Money is a product of value. Anybody can get money. Starting off, you need just one identity. Football. One thing is sure in football, you go pay am before he pay you. But I go decide how you pay am. There's no shortcut. There's a way you can talk to God and he knows this is what you really want. Fame is not success. Keep a lifestyle you can maintain for a long time. Lifestyle changes is one of the biggest problems with athletes. If you have tasted an inch of God's love, nothing else will satisfy you. I've been in this place that you can score hat-trick and you're not happy. The best of you is that 5 to 10 minutes with your head on the pillow, because what we are chasing transient. You know, go last. Success don't have the capacity to satisfy. Money don't have the capacity in itself to satisfy. Was helped by God completely. Jesus really loves you more than you think. If I want to be known as anything, it's kind.
You've achieved stardom. After achieving this milestone in your life, in your career, what does success really means to you? Hello. Welcome back to another incredible episode of the Rash for Christ podcast. I am your host, Rasheedat Ajibade. I'm a professional football player and I currently play in Paris Saint-Germain in France. And of course, I play for the Super Falcons of Nigeria as well. I am super pumped up for today's conversation. Yeah, so let's get started. So,
Yes.
looking back at your academic days,
Yeah.
what was the biggest struggle before the breakthrough came? What exactly does the Nigerian grassroots football environment need today to help young athletes evolve?
Food.
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 For me, it was food because I don't know how I made it through. I I,
Hmm.
I really don't know. Not because I like food too much, but I really don't know how I made it through. Okay, for the records, there were days we had I can speak for myself and one or two friends who were in the camp together. Mango for the meal of the day. Yeah, mango, gari, and it's just I think feeding is big part of everything, and this is why it's also I'm on a mission hunt. Like you can't be hungry around me because I think when you eat, of course, not eat like you decrease, but when you eat, most of your problem is solved. Most most of it,
Hmm.
if you can have most of your problem is solved. For the transportation or camping, I really don't see these things as because it's a lot of investment. If you want to say you build a standard camp or you want to have a bus that picks them up and all of these things. But the most basic for me is food because we had a good training ground. So I had no complaints about that. The most basic for my own journey was food. I was hungry a lot. I was so skinny, you would
No
not
wonder you
recognize.
were skinny.
I was so skinny. I was unrecognizable in the academy. So feeding was the big part for us. Big part. People left camp because of hunger.
Hmm.
Yeah. We're almost 20 at some point in the camp, and it came down to 9, it came down to 5, and it came down to just me for a long time in the camp.
Only you
Yeah.
in the club. Okay, in the camp.
In the camp, yeah. Because the foreigners stay in the camp and then the home base, they stay in their houses.
When you say foreigner in Nigeria,
Yeah, because we came from Niger State to Kaduna. People came from all over Nigeria. It was very good academy.
okay. So when you say foreigner, so Lagos, people from Lagos, Abuja, all this.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, so one of your biggest challenge then was food. So now,
Yeah.
we answer the question of what exactly does the Nigerian grassroots football environment need today to help young athletes or young talent evolve? Is that what they need to solve? Food.
No. If I would have an academy, for example, let me say myself, because I think they are doing their best, not to speak of or somebody else. If I would have, I think the basic for me is the coach, of course. The training has to be good because that's why we are all there to begin with. The training has to be very good. Uh, Accommodation, if you have the capacity, is very important because where you stay, It's like I can imagine how detailed they are with us who are adults in the football clubs. You understand? It's like even reach your socks not fit dirty because they feel say they affect
Your
like
health.
the ball you go play.
Mm-hmm.
So if the accommodation, if you can try for the accommodation to be conducive, I think it goes a long way. And the players also see themselves in a better light. If they stay for good house, you will feel better. If you can have the accommodation to be okay, if you can expose them a little, I think exposure builds esteem
Hmm.
because any of us who came from Nigeria, we don't have esteem. Our esteem is low. We know we are talented, but we don't have esteem. It's like, hey, we shine teeth because we don't know who we are. I am victim of this as well because we don't know who we are. We just know we are. I know I was talented, but I don't know who I am. I dey try to find who I be, but I dey find I'm in the wrong time and in the wrong place. I suppose don't know before I come because the world will eat you up. The world won't tell you who you are, kind of. So I think training must be good. Accommodation, if you can, which comes with feeding as well, if you can, to make it as conducive as possible, and exposure. Tell them the truth. If you have been out there and you see how it is, tell them. Now, like they use elevator, as simple as that sounds. Now, like they use elevator, or if I come dressing room, this is how you behave, or if coach is talking, this is how you comport yourself, or like just expose their mind because I don't see a lot of things as well. Just expose their mind as little as you can. If one day when I go airport, go see how airport just be excursion, come back camp. For real, as simple as that sounds, it goes a long way.
Bro, it just goes a long way. And I love that you're saying this, and you're saying this out of your personal experience.
Yes.
And it's a bit, I love everything you highlighted because first, in terms of coaching, coaching must be good. And honestly, that's
Yes.
also one of those things that is
Because
also,
that's why we are all there in the first place.
yeah. And that's why, okay, maybe I have to bring my foundation to spotlight now. We are focused on like 5 different activities in a year. And every year we help students get back to like to school. So we help students who are trying to pay WAEC, JAMB, and all of them do their WAEC and JAMB fees because, as I mentioned to you, I went to ask for money from like somebody, like a family member, just 2,000 naira to write JAMB, to write
Mm,
GCE, and they're like, "Sure, you know, get papani," you know, that kind of talk. Since that day,
mm.
like this, as we no follow that person talk again, means I know everybody just for my life, I
No.
didn't go there again. And I had that decision in my life that I would never beg for anything. If I have
Mm,
to go and hawk, do whatever I need to do, I would hawk to make that money. I will hawk to feed
mm.
myself with, so I have that self-esteem that I hustle to make my money. So that aside, so that was also what brought that part of why are we paying people's educational fee as a jam fee? Because I know that there are people today in Nigeria that they cannot afford
No.
only 15,000 naira to write jam. Jam is
Yes. Yes.
15,000 naira. Now, people, what heck is 80,000, 45,000? And I know we're able to, by God's grace, we're able to pay like almost 40 or 50 students for WAEC. For Jam, there's almost 50 students. So I
Jam
know
is
how much fee.
15,000.
Jam is 15,000, bro.
Wow.
And you can imagine, we had like almost 100 or 1 and something entries that people are just because of 15,000 naira. So because of that personal experience that I have, I said, no, anywhere I can help through my foundation on this, we're tackling that. So every year, that's one of our projects. The other thing is university. Some people are in school and they're struggling to pay only 30,000 naira, 40,000 naira, 50,000 naira in final year, and they're having issues. So we decided to take on that kind of project. The third one, which now made me wanted to talk about, when you mentioned coaching, is also coaching education. We are also investing in coaching education through my foundation because I believe that before you can build a player holistically, the knowledge will be transferred from the coach. If coaches are not
Yes.
properly taught, well equipped, well trained, they will also bring up a nuisance.
Yes.
They will develop
Yes.
a nuisance. A coach who is, because when you're also talking about exposure, a coach who doesn't have any exposure, A coach who is
Yes.
not properly trained, even the way they abuse their kids, the players, they abuse them physically, they abuse them morally, they abuse them with words
Yes.
because of
Yes.
lack of education. We are doing our best to bridge that gap. And I totally agree with you on that
Oh,
part. It is very, very
this
important.
really, really this is incredible work. Huh? This is incredible work.
I mean, it's because I have been there. I've been in grassroots. I know how make person tell me say you na rag is about to wear. You know if you make up, you better go the hustle. You better go the
Oh,
same market for your mama.
our coach is like, not tell I'm saying
Eh?
good or may not they too proud. This is this is the worst kind of thing I have ever seen. Not tell I'm saying they good, may not too they proud. What? 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 Now
Bro,
we are doing
so
it the other way around.
we honestly, so I think that narrative have to change. And to be honest, because I've seen those anomalies, and for me, I'm action oriented. I don't like to
Mm.
talk too much. I mean, I can talk about some certain things. I'm always looking at. I might not have the money Akor have. I might not have the money Osime have. But in
Ah,
my own 5 naira,
no
10
point. This is
naira,
why they
I
put
will
me
put
inside that group chat. I don't leave group chat since so.
you have, you're on this
Amen.
group
Amen.
chat. But the little that one can do, that vacuum that you can feel, because also you mentioned something that education, remember when we started this conversation, that education is not all about the four walls of the school.
No.
It's all
No.
about the resources you can lay your hands on. Whatever you think you can lay, that would amplify your mind, that would help you evolve, that will help you know
Yes.
whatever you know now, that will help you know better than what you know now. But I said,
Yes.
on this part, because I knew when I was growing up, these were my challenges. I said, because if somebody have told me that Rash, go and learn work, I only played ball. And I went to school, at least I went to school a little bit, but it wasn't like, be like, I don't know whether you understand. But I
Yeah.
wish I
Yeah.
had learned like a skill set, because I know we would have
Yeah.
had the time to learn skill set as well. So
Yeah.
you can be learning a skill set and still be going to school, because sometimes these boys and girls, they don't train for 24 hours. They only
Yeah.
train for
But
4 hours. Let's say
now
maximum.
you know this because of you are looking backwards now from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
Mm-hmm.
more wisdom about it. You have more wisdom about it. You have more
Mm-hmm.
to give now. Like, no, you can do this. I know it's possible. Maybe I didn't do it when I was
Yeah.
there, but I know this is possible. If I go back now, we'll do it. That
Possible.
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So from that personal experience, that I'm like, no, we had to bridge the gap for some set of people, because we went through that lifestyle, that challenge, we must not. Do our best
No,
to give them soft landing. Not that we're giving them soft
touches
landing,
my
but at
heart
least,
to hear this. It touches my heart to
you
hear
know,
this, and I'm really encouraged. I'm really, really
yeah,
encouraged. Honestly, you fire my spirit now. I'm really
yeah,
encouraged.
bro. Otherwise, we'll still talk about it, because I know you have an empowerment whatever scheme, but we'll delve into it in a bit. Is it your charity? It's not so charity. Is it?
Yeah, but
It's not
exposure is
foundation,
big. Exposure is a big thing. It shouldn't
right?
be you're traveling to Switzerland to sign, and that's the first time you went to the airport. You go lose guard.
Hmm.
You go lose guard, and this it I think in the positive things build esteem. Just the little feeling of
Mm.
knowing you can travel from Lagos to Abuja on your own, it builds your esteem. Or you can drive a car, it
Mm-hmm.
builds your esteem. And these are,
Yes, that's true.
I won't say they are simple things, but from where we come from, these are big things. It shouldn't be a celebration that you go to the airport. Airport, they like bus
Mm-hmm.
station. I just say this one now,
Or you
flight.
have
Or
international passport.
yes,
Or
these are the exposure I'm talking about. It's like we try to not, yeah, I say we, people who are on top, we try to want to press people, let's say the organs of the academy or the organs of the world, because we keep people in mediocrity to gain power.
Hmm.
If he know for himself, now he no go respect me again. If he don't sabi for himself, now he go too stubborn and show that go big. No, 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 no. That's the best way to empower someone. Is the only way.
Wait. That's,
No,
I don't know if you've
I
read
don't
this
see.
book, 48 Laws of Power. They will keep you in slavery so that you can always be under
Yeah,
their beck and call.
yeah, I'm just looking at it here.
Ah, really? I also have it also on my bookshelf. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
it says, let me tell you one story that happened. When you're a faith person, it's crazy to read books like this because some things, if you don't have a good mental capacity, mental strength, it will mess up with your faith. I was on the flight. I think we're coming from national team engagement or so, because I usually go with 1 or 2 books when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
So I was on the flight. I think after doing my Bible study, and I said, let me just relax. Let me read another book. Can you imagine the book I can't see where I'm carrying now? 48 Laws of Power. We now got to Lagos Airport. As we were waiting for our bag to upload, now this one man just approached me. Excuse me, sister. Excuse me, sister. I saw you reading one book. You first read your Bible and later you now read 48 Laws of Power. My sister, all power belongs to God. Be careful with
That's
this
so.
book.
That's so.
I was like, my sister, all powers belongs to God. I'm like, what's the apple? As in, it's just a book. What's the problem? All power belongs to. Be careful. This book and the Bible is not the same. You have to be very, very careful about. This man they told me. I said, okay, yes, sir. Since that day, I don't put the book for you. I never read that. Sis. I
I've
know
heard a lot
because of what
about the
he
book,
said,
actually.
actually.
I've heard a lot
Right?
about the.
Have you
I think
read
I bought
it?
it out of curiosity, to be honest.
You have to read it, please. Read the first, when I first read the first 10 laws, I'm like, I beg. Jesus is not teaching us these parts, but it's good to know it
No,
for the knowledge of the
my
world.
favorite law is do not outshine your master.
The knowledge, exactly. So, but oh my God, I mean, knowledge is just great. Knowledge is great. So I was like, may I just leave this? May I rest? Because I make I first go read other one where they read because it was just messing up with my mind. But I mean, it's good to know it, to have the understanding on knowing how, because you are working in in a world that is politically driven. In a world
Yeah.
that they move, that they operate under this kind of laws. So you need to
Yeah.
understand the laws, because also as Jesus Christ even taught, personally, there's some things I read about our Lord Jesus Christ. Was it, I think, in the book of Matthew? He was about to be baptized by John the Baptist. John the
Yeah.
Baptist was like, no, you are the one that you're supposed to baptize me. Like, I
Yeah.
can't. But what did Jesus tell him? Jesus told him, no, let us do it how it is meant to be done.
Yeah.
That is, let us go by the rules and regulations. Let us do it by the principles, because the Bible says you have to, before you to come into, before you can be born again, you have to be baptized. Like,
Yeah.
there is a
Yeah.
rules, regulation, as in modus operandi before he came. So he understand the laws as well. You understand the
Yeah.
principle.
Yeah.
And he followed
Yeah.
the principle. So why not we, that we are his own kids, children, because this is the word of men. Of course, it's controlled by the spirit as well.
Ha.
But you was so
Now man get this place, so ha.
right.
Yeah. If you listen to Joshua Selma, no, this is, like you said, this is the word of men. Amen. They rule this place. Amen. God just oversees. So he just choose when to
Mm-hmm.
just, okay, you're not there too much. But as long as it has to do with this
Right.
place, it's men. Men are the gatekeepers.
They're the
It's men.
gatekeepers. Woof. Woof.
Ha.
Your
God
lenga,
can say
your
yes and the
lenga
man
franca
says
is.
no.
Hmm.
Men.
That's true.
Joseph was
That's
God's son, but Potiphar put him in prison. And God did watch him like this. It's
hmm.
men that rule this place. It's men that rule. Then if you start to overstep, then God just puts you in line.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, it's just men are all the laws, all the systems. God didn't build the systems. Men built the systems, and He
And
saw
the
them build it.
system.
But if you start to over
If you start to,
overextend
oh,
your
God bless
power,
you, my brother.
then
I love how you're putting that balance there. And this is very biblical. If you look at the book of Genesis, when these people were trying to build the Tower of Babel, God saw their intention. They said they were all of them were together in unity, in love, and they understood themselves. God saw the intention that they were going to build to the heavens.
yes,
But I think something happened. God doesn't have a problem when they said they wanted to build. But when they now had the problem when God had the problem with them was when they said they wanted to build for themselves to control, to make them step unstoppable. That was when God
No enter
stepped
God
in.
agenda.
You can be
Just don't interfere with his agenda. Let him do his thing.
accepted.
This is what I have learned from Bible stories, Sunday school, and everything. I think I'm not saying God overlooks evil. The world will always be evil, but do your evil with the consciousness of just let God be God, kind of. Because if you see everybody who has been evil and everybody who have tried to interfere with his agenda, he treats them differently. And it could be small, it could be big. It could be from Pharaoh to Nebuchadnezzar to Saul. Just don't interfere with God's agenda. If he wants to do it this way, let him do it that way. That's why all these, not to be political, but population control, these want to just, God never get your time. If you get your time, he will fix you.
Honestly.
But how are you
Honestly,
killing
I think
people and trying to control what? He gave the mandate, he won't stop.
it's very interesting. I just love our journey. I also started how my first contract was in Norway.
Yeah.
I need to even get your feeling. How was it like for you? How did you manage that cold? Your first
Wow.
1 year. How many years did you play there?
4.5.
I'm on 2 years like this. I was just praying for last 2 years to reach like this. I done jackpot. And I came
The
to
winter
Spain.
in Norway. The winter. Oh my God. The summer is, of course, sunshine is beautiful. The people are beautiful in the summer. They are good. They are kind. They are warm. The winter, oh my God. It's depressing. It's genuinely and like physically depressing. You can feel that you have changed as a person. Nothing is interesting. Football is not interesting. Nobody goes out. Nobody talks to anybody. People are just sad, because it's dark. It's very dark. And
It's
then the cold.
honestly it's dark. Maybe the only time you will see brightness is like 3 hours a day.
Yes. Yeah.
3 hours a day.
Yeah.
I was honestly that first year like this. I was just praying, and it was so tough. I'm like, God, this second year, I don't just want to make I just play myself out of this place. I just want to
Yeah.
play myself
You go to the store, you buy
because it was
something like
really
this, and you have to take it home. Oh my. No, 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 no. We play games and we have to go in the sauna in the first half and go back in the second half to play. It was that cold. And where I was very, very cold. Very, very cold. I was in Songdown. It was very cold.
I can relate. I can relate. You see, when you go your ear like this, nose go the drip water, your mouth, you don't go feel close up. Your hand,
No,
the one
no.
where they vest me past now that feet. You cannot feel your feet.
It's frozen. It's frozen.
Like I don't even know how
Completely
even
frozen.
even enjoy football, that kind of thing.
No, it's
Oh,
completely frozen.
that thing is honestly depressing. That thing is
No,
honestly depressing. So, on this
no.
podcast, we love to celebrate excellence, but we also celebrate the anchor behind the success, which is the God
Yeah.
factor, which is Jesus Christ. So the professional football world is, it's full of money, it's full of fame, it's full of extreme competition, a lot of worldly pressures. I know you mentioned that you came from a Christian background, your parents are Catholic, but sometimes we might come from a Christian background, but we do not have a personal experience with God. We might not even have we might not know God. But I would like to know, can you tell us your salvation experience?
Yeah, my mom loves God. My mom loves God. This I can say. And she does devotion in the house every morning and every night. This is they sleep, you go sit down there, we go finish up everybody go sleep. So she was very intentional about this. She held the house in terms of the spiritual part. She held the house a lot. She carried us all. And she made sure we acknowledge God as God, you know. He was God in our house. For me, it was more like after high school. That period where you're trying to find yourself and where you fit in. Okay, I'm not going to Catholic church because I skipped catechism. Now my friends are taking Holy Communion. I'm not taking. I feel weird. So I stopped going because the time for catechism was clashing with the time for training. So I wasn't going. So I didn't write the exam for communion. So now I feel weird and I left
Mm.
church. So I wasn't going at all. After SS3, I started to a little bit here and there. I go to Sunday trainings in the morning, actually. Church time, my people,
Wow.
they go church training. Yeah. So I started to attend Voice of Mercy Church in Mina. And they were dragging me in a little bit, but I don't allow this born again something. I knew I was a Christian. I knew, yeah, God is God, you understand. But to become very intimate, I was like, I'm okay the way I am. My life is football. Every other thing, thank God. Sunday morning, I'll pass church, go training like this. The day for church, I'll pass, they go training with my galas and everything. I was just the football, I was all about football. And for me, I wasn't doing anything wrong outside of football or outside of the church. So I feel I wasn't doing anything wrong. I'm a good boy. I wouldn't cause you trouble, but I will go and play football. Just leave church first. And then there was this day, called me, the pastor. My pastor she called me and she said, Jerome, what do you want to do? And I said, after church, I said, I want to play football. And she said, what about school? I said, someday maybe I would go. And she said, I will never forget. Give this thing to God and see what he will make of it. She said, that was 2014 or 15. She said, give this thing to God and see what he would make of it. That was her statement. I will never forget in my whole life. I went home. It didn't make sense to me. It's like, how do I give it? Like, this is me. Football is me. I am football. What do I do? So then this Sunday after she told me that, I went to training again on Sunday morning. I was so sick after. Now I can be like, that's just God's sign. But then I didn't think about it as God's sign. I was so sick after that training. So sick.
Hmm.
And then gradually I started to go to church. And then she invested so much in me. I didn't have money, so she would pay my transport to her place. They have night prayers. I started to go. I started to be interested. And now, not for the football anymore, just because of what it was doing to me. And I see my mom was getting happy in a way, like, in the go church. If I just come back like this, I don't carry Bible. Mommy, I don't dey go church. Too. You think they sweeter, like, at least at church in the go. Not be club or not be anything. So she was actually happy. She was happy for me. She was happy for me. And then one day I came back, I've cut my hair. So the changes were happening like sporadically like this, yeah. And then she started to be like, for me personally, what it was doing to me, but more so what it was doing to my mom. I could see she had this joy, like this calm. Have you heard from you never go today? She started asking questions like this. I not get service today. I not get this thing to. I was like, I could even go for VGs and she won't bother. She was that relaxed. And she's not that person. I was like, this thing is good for me. It's good for me. Then I started to serve in church. And the best part for me was I left for Kaduna that same year. So if I had left for Kaduna and I didn't find somewhere to be rooted, I would have started from the scratch. So when I went to
It's
Kaduna,
okay.
as God will have it, the church in Mina is Tabernacle of Mercy. In Kaduna, the church is just like 3 steps from my camp was Tabernacle of Grace. 2 different churches, all
Woo!
the same names. Yeah. So that made me
Woo!
feel
Mercy
like
and grace. Woo!
God was
Hey!
intentional. God was intentional
God
about
is
me.
strategy.
And then I started to attend. I think, I think, not I think, I believe God is intentional about everybody, but I can only speak from my own experience because the guy who came to the camp with me, Jacob Johanna, he was like proper born again. I was just growing then. He's like matured in the faith. He's on my neck to get established in the church. And he left immediately I did. Yeah. It was like that was his I'm having chills speaking about this. It was like that was his purpose for coming to Kaduna. And the camp, they just moved into that camp, I think like a month before we came to that area. They had the camp in somewhere else before. Yeah. And then I came to the church. We started to attend slowly, slowly, slowly. He left. No, he made me join a unit and then he left. He was the one who took me by hand like this to join the unit and then he left. He was doing sanitation. Saturday morning, he would wake me up. We must go. And then I joined. I started to
Is
get
it a
rooted.
footballer?
Yeah? Yes, yes,
Is it
yes, yes.
association, people you connect yourself with? Anyways, when God is ready about your journey, when God is ready with
He will
anybody,
catch
he
you.
would sanitize.
He will catch you. You can't run from him. No,
You
you can't
can't.
run from him.
And
No.
he's also strategic with the people who will place around you.
I think for me, my journey was strategic. It was strategic. Mostly with Jacob. I think I cannot piece it together without Jacob because he made sure I came to the church. He made sure I joined the units in the church. We joined 2 units first. He made sure I was responsible for something and then he left. And he never came back. He left. And then I served in the church
Is
for
he still
three
playing
years.
ball now?
No, no, no.
Hmm.
I served in the church for 3 years.
But you guys still keep in touch.
Yes, yes, yes. I served in the church for 3 years, and that's where I really, really took root in God, growing up and also understanding, okay, this is how the kingdom works. This is who I am. This is who God is. That was where I really, really took root. But my foundation started from Mina.
Wow. Wow, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. So now that you've played in different countries across Europe with diverse culture, traditions, belief, customs, so how do you live out your faith? How have you been able to maintain and retain, kingdom culture in these environments?
That's a good question, actually. A very good question. I think I had a bit of a conflict when I came to Norway. I discussed this with one of my friends in church. I said I felt out of place in the sense that now that I'm not serving physically in the church environment because I did it consistently every week for 3 years. So I felt a lot out of place. It's like I can be following a service online, but I don't feel like a Christian, like I'm not serious. I'm not serious with God, kind of. So I felt out of place a lot. And this was a big struggle for me in my first years of coming to this team. And Marpet, I'm like, oh, you don't understand. Some churches do, some don't. So the church we had in that place was more like they have cleaners, they have people to fix things. You don't need to come and do all of these kind of things. And so I was basing my proximity to God a lot with service. And that, I think for me, that was a wrong knowledge. That was a wrong knowledge. But I learned
Mm,
after. That was a wrong knowledge. I don't need to be doing for him to be with him, kind of. I just want to do something. I want to do
mm,
something around the church. I want to. That was what gave me my how do I say it? It made me feel like, okay, yes, I'm doing something, kind of. And then in
makes you
Songdao,
feel relevant, feel useful
y-
to God.
yes, yes, yes. In Songdao, I joined the church there, joined the Bible group. So that was amazing. It was perfect for me. Then I moved down to Oslo in Lillestrøm, and then I joined Hillsong Church. They had the church there in Oslo. I go when we have Saturday games. I would go on Sundays. I try. I try to go. But in the dressing room or in my everyday life, I still try to keep because the friends I still have around are Christian friends. So I try to keep the same.
Mm.
In Montpellier, I tried to find the church. I attended a couple of times. And yeah, here in Sevilla, I haven't found, but I still keep in touch. I still keep in touch.
Your journey is really an interesting one, and I feel so humbled with your journey. And the fact that, sometimes a lot of us go for God for things. We're
Mm,
close to God for what we want to get. And we would have seen a lot of players would have had that break, like that's breakthrough from Nigeria, from Africa to Europe. And from there they're like, Allah will show, I don't make her. Beg this
mm,
church thing, Jeremy rest. Small." But I'm amazed that you're still looking for like even a physical church to just go in, to serve, to just do something. And everywhere that you go, you're like looking for, well, it takes a lot of conviction. It takes a lot of, a level of relationship with Christ to be able to, like, I really want to be in church. I mean, it doesn't mean that if you're serving, if you're worshiping online, doesn't mean that God doesn't hear, God is not there.
yeah, yeah,
It's your heart's condition. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, it's very humbling. It's so humbling to hear that. And it only just tells me that, or it only shows to me that your relationship, your journey, you acknowledge the essence of God in everything that you do. And your relationship with Him is not all about things, it's all about Him.
Mhm, 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 mhm. I'm a
Yeah.
church boy.
And
I
honestly,
like
it's
church
just,
a lot. I like
it's a church
just
boy.
the physical building gets me. And also because and you know how Catholic is. I think Catholic Church used to be very engaging, very, very engaging.
Oh.
I don't know what it is now, but growing up, it used to be very engaging in the sense that you have mass on Sunday, your mom has meeting on Wednesday, or she has this, you have this, you have this. So it's like the whole week you have something to do around the church. And then we're always in the church, always. When I mean always, I mean always with my mom. I almost became altar boy. So my elder brother was an altar boy. So my house was we are engaged in the church.
You're
So
engaged, you're
this forms
inspired.
an
Everybody is.
identity. This forms an identity. And then growing and then okay, now I'm a Pentecostal. This is what I want to do. This is what I really have a strong conviction for. The service part does not it didn't
Mm,
leave. The service part didn't leave. My mom served in the Catholic
mm,
Church. She still does till now. The service part didn't leave. And for me, I think that is personally for me, there have been times I've drifted, and we have all had this. It's a journey. There's been time I've drifted. There's been time I'll be like, okay, hi, and then the next time we hear from me in the evening again, hello. I've had times like that, and I think as we grow, that we would have seasons where we lose parts of ourselves, or we lose parts of our faith, or we lose. It changes. It changes. It's a relationship, but knowing that this is the least I can do, I think for me, this is what satisfies me the most. Service
mm,
is the least I can do. Is the least I can do because it's and in His kingdom is the most worthy or is the most noble thing you can do to serve. And I clean, I want clean. I don't want to do anything else.
mm,
I just want clean. Just that is enough for me because nobody sees them. It's on Saturday. There's no high service. There's nothing. It's
mm,
just you, your broom or your mop or whatever you're doing it with, and just do that and go your way. You come on Sunday. Nobody know who the cleaners of the church is. This I love with
mm,
all my heart. If I find a church now, that's what I will do. That's the department I want to join.
hmm. You don't want to do tech. You don't want to do those ones that will carry
Nah,
camera, usher, like
nobody should see me on Sunday. No, I like to be anonymous. Nobody should see me on Sunday.
to be another ones. I know. I mean, all those ones, it's not like they are doing it for shit. Just that some people have to take that responsibility.
Yeah,
Imagine all
yeah.
of us are cleaners. Who won't be usher? Who won't be church boys and all of that? Yeah. So speaking about your faith, have you ever faced any resistance, discrimination, or criticism for openly expressing your faith?
No, no. I listen to Joshua Selman a lot. I think there were times that
Ooh, I think
I
young
slept
boy.
on. I slept on his message countless count. Now that's all I do. To take a nap, I have to play Koinonia. That's how I take a nap. But when I was in the academy, his message was all I was listening to. I go to my church, yes, but his message. So I had to learn how to live with, because you can't coerce people to believe what you believe. You can't coerce people to speak the way you speak. You can't coerce people to, but you can create your environment. And when they come, they would know. This is what I learned. For example, if I go to my pastor's house, there are some words I cannot say because they are also not saying it there. So the environment does not allow you to do that. In Europe, here, you cannot drop trash on the road because you can't see it anywhere. You have to look for the bin and go and put it in. Nobody told you, no signboard anywhere. So for me, he taught me that you're not just indifferent, but you can cohabit. Because more than what you say, how you act is the most important. Is the most important. Your life is the first message before your words, not the other way around. I think if you speak a lot, people will fight you. They will hate you because people don't tire to the hear. Just show kind of. So I've not had any confrontation, either from Muslim or from people who don't believe. I've not had that. I'm just living my truth, and if that appeals to you, and then that's glory to God.
That's great. Honestly, I'm personally learning a lot. When you scored, was it against Egypt? Egypt?
Mm.
When you
Mm.
did, what is that celebration again?
Okay,
Is it
Algeria.
yeah, against is it Algeria?
Yeah, Algeria.
Against
In
Algeria.
the
Oh, sorry, Algeria. Yes, sorry.
quarterfinal. Yeah,
In the quarterfinals,
yeah,
you know that DR Man Congo celebration. What is
yeah.
this? Why did you do that celebration? Is that like your normal celebration? But why did you do
No,
that?
no. I rehearse celebrations before game. I try to visualize. It's one thing I try to use to get my mind ready to, because I really believe in so much in things happening twice. I don't know the law of that, but I know there's a law about that. Everything happens twice. So if I visualize it enough and I see it enough, it will happen. So I try to do that. So before that game, I already saw online what the guy did to, what the Algerian player did to the man. And for me, we are in an AFCON. We are in maybe one of the most interesting tournaments in the world with so much ethnicity, so much diversity, so much culture. I think AFCON is beautiful. Maybe the most beautiful tournament I've played in. The energy is different, the love is different, there is passion, I don't have the words enough to describe AFCON. So that is not allowed. What he did for me is not allowed. You're not there to mock anybody. Yes, you can throw banters here and there, but don't mock somebody. He's losing already. So for me, scoring against them was first, number one, the revenge, and then to do the celebration was just to crown it all. Like, okay, what the man did was noble. Who he was honoring from the country was noble. The man who fought for everything they have or everything they are today, that's a noble cause. And in Africa, this is not allowed. We are one. We are not supposed to try to put somebody else down. So I didn't support it. And the celebration was the best way to say that without saying anything.
I love that. Nigerians love that because we saw what happened, and we're like, really? And I'm happy that because I thought maybe it came to you like on the spot, and how you have to like just thoughts about that, and you did that. But I mean, justify what you just said now. Justify everything because you said you saw what happened, and you have rehearsed the whole you rehearse before, do like a mental rehearsal before every game. So you're
Yeah.
like, if I score, and this said I'll go do it, and I will say I'll go do it. I mean, I'm a footballer and I understand that. I understand the part of visualization in every game. You know, I was holding this book because you're like saying there's a lot of so because I have this book also recommended by Apostle Joshua Selma, 12 Laws of Universe, the laws of the universe.
Okay.
So I was just trying to know what that law is so that I can either state it for you because you said things happen in twos, right? So yeah, I
Yeah.
was just trying to find that. But my brain no fee carry on that because I don't want to lose focus with what you're trying to say. So I mean, we love the celebration. Nigerians love the
Thank
celebration,
you.
and it's just about your personality and all you just said now about the respect for the tournament. It's not acceptable. Every country needs to be expected. Nobody should be mocked, and it's a
No.
beautiful game that we all love. So we should we shouldn't because of you're winning or you're losing and this life karma, you saw what happened the next day, and I just like how things just plays out. And yeah, thank you for redeeming their image. uh, let's talk about your journey to the national team at the youth level. Well, we went from like the Flying Eagles, then the senior team, but your story is different, right? You play in the Flying Eagles? I think so, they're under 20.
Yes, 2018, I was in the camp for the qualifiers, and then I was dropped. I went to Norway, and I came back for the World Cup in Poland, 2019.
Wow.
But I played 2 games in 4 games, so that was not much.
How was when you got your first debut to the Super Eagles? How, like, when you got your first, what's it called, invitation to the Super Eagles camp? How was it like for you? How was that feeling?
I think
Like,
I was
how
dancing
how did that
I was
happen, and
dancing.
how was that feeling?
I came to the clubhouse, and we have a player manager. He's just at the entrance of the clubhouse. So his smile was a bit different that day. And I was like, okay, Danny, what is going on? And he was just smiling because he knows how much I wanted this. That was like the first things I told them when we were talking about coming to Sevilla or anything. And then he didn't say anything. So I went to the physio, went about my day. And then he came to the gym, and he said they just sent an invitation. I panicked. I panicked a little bit. I panicked a little bit. And then when I came home, I danced in my living room. I was just jumping. I was excited. I was excited because I have gotten invitations like 3 times and it didn't go through.
Mm.
So for like 2 years in a row, I would get, and then I get injured like a week before, or maybe some days before,
Wow.
or a game before. Yeah. So like 3 times in a row, I've missed out. And I was like, this time around, I've already played the game. Eh, National team are next week. We had Barcelona before the national team. Anything that happens should just happen at this point. So I danced. I was happy.
Hmm.
I called my family. I said, okay, I'm on the preliminary list for the call up. So we'll see what happens. All of that, all of that. Then after before the Barcelona game, yeah, came out that I was going to come to camp. And for the qualifiers, an important qualifiers, and not just a friendly game. I think for me it was maybe till now the biggest privilege of my career, to be honest. Getting a Super Eagles call up is a dream of my life.
Let's talk about that, your debut goal against Lesotho. That was the first game, first goal. In fact, Nigeria, we needed that goal as bad as possible. You came in, how was that? Did you know that you're going into this game to score? Like, did you have any even pressure going into that field for the first time? Like, hey, the Nigeria, that kind of pressure playing for Nigeria. You would have heard a lot of stories with, Seamen and all of these players, and how even Nigerians or, people backlash all those players if they don't play well.
And,
Getting your
and
first
Kelechi told me,
debut
Kelechi
and
told a lot about actually, because I asked questions a lot. How you be like this? Okay, for camp, how I be like this? Who be best way you need to talk to? So I asked all these kind of questions like I was anticipating to go. But to be honest, I think I've waited so long, so long. like so long. And it's not like, yeah, when I come to Europe, I should just come to the national team, because national team is so big, it's so huge in my eyes. And this is how I still see it till today. It's so huge in my eyes. My family is big supporter of the Super Eagles, big supporter. We watch every game. So for me, I knew I was going to play in the national team. I don't know when, but God, just give me one chance. So against Lesotho, the
Hmm.
coach said I was not going to play because I was traveling from Spain to South Africa. That was very far. He said, you're going to play the last 20 minutes. I was like, last 20 minutes. We're 1-1 already in the last 20 minutes here. So I first got one opportunity. I didn't score. And then Victor got that chance. And when he played me, the moment I knew I had a good touch, I just, as a striker, this feeling that, okay, this one, they go inside. I knew that was going
And
inside.
but sometimes it doesn't get that feeling, say they go inside. As they celebrate, go outside, as they look back like that, but they go outside of
oh,
net.
I was excited. I was excited for what it meant to me, for what it meant to our qualification hopes as well at that time for Nigeria, for what it
Mm-hmm.
meant to my family as a whole. For me, that was it was a huge dream come true. Huge dream come true. And that same week, I scored my first goal in La Liga. So it was a lot was happening at the same time. So I was really grateful that week. I was happy, genuinely.
Let's talk about that goal that you scored, because you mentioned the moment because you scored those goals back to back. I remember that was when you also played against Barcelona, and that week you scored against
Yeah.
those. You are like, sometimes, I mean, somebody said something. It's like Akor is big game player. When you have problem, just play Akor. Because he said most of the time because we're trying to make research, and like it was like every time when they go play for like this, now those big games, and they go scatter them. Like how was that feeling? Scoring against Barcelona, and I could see you took off your shirt. I think that was the match. You took your shirt, you
I
celebrated. I'm like,
feel,
what? How was that
I feel,
feeling?
I feel I have so much. Like, because
Mhm,
we're on the bench with Chidera, right? So we're discussing. I was like,
mhm,
if I score now like this, celebrate. Now like this, I want to celebrate. And the game was 2-1 at that time. I said, if I come in, I go score.
mhm,
Now like this, I want to celebrate. Like this, I want to celebrate. So when we were warming up, I went close to the corner flag, but the corner flag was a bit taller than my arm, because the celebration I wanted to do was the Thierry
mhm.
Henry celebration flag. So it
Ah,
was a bit
okay.
tall. I kind of embarrassed myself. So I tell him, I said, I'll remove my shirt. I told him I'll take off my shirt when I score. He now say, why? I say, yeah, because we're already winning 3-1. You need to do something different, because your goal won't matter anyways. So I can be like that in my head. So when I came in, I saw the game was a bit easy for us because they were already losing. They were tired from the Champions League. So I scored first goal. They cancelled it for offside, which was not. And then I was like, yeah, I go score again. And then when I scored that, a boy coming from Nigeria going against Barcelona, that was huge for me. We're
Yeah,
already
I
winning.
guess. Have you ever had like that
Can you
dream,
hear
like
me?
you would play amidst this, alongside these players?
Yes, I think a lot happens that is not in our control in football, but nothing have stopped me from
Mm-hmm.
dreaming. Nothing have stopped me from
Mm-hmm.
dreaming. From when I started to where I am now, I'm still dreaming because I don't want to be limited. If I could dream when it was not possible, how much more now that I can see things even more clearer. So I still have so much I dream about. Not only hope, but I dream about, and I know there's possibility to be a reality, because these guys they are top, of course, they are the best. But if you get in their environment, I think you would also become the best.
If you get into the environment, you'd also become the best. So you
Yeah.
came into that game. AJK assisted you. The both of you, did you guys planned it before? Like, how was what was going through your mind when AJK passed you that ball? Because I was like, wow, I love this Nigerian connection kind of thing. Like, it's just it's just
I think
interesting.
we have good we have we have good vibes, we have good energy outside of the pitch. We spend most of the time together, so It's like in the pitch, I look for
Mm.
him and he looks for me. And I really want him to enjoy himself as well. I don't have a problem with him dribbling and doing all these things. And he knows me, my only concern is I want to score. So if he
You
has the
want to
ball, I
score?
am going in the space. So we have this chemistry off the pitch that makes it interesting when we play on the pitch. He looks for me all the time. And I know he looks for me. So if he has the ball, I will make a run. So that day was just like perfect for us. That day was just
Wow,
perfect.
wow. It's amazing. How have you guys been like coping together, educate, Yenacho, when he was there and all of that? How was that
Great,
chemistry like for you guys in the locker room? Now they always scatter that locker room with Nigerian music.
great guys, great guys. Kelechi, I think one of the best guys I've met. He's really, really down to earth.
Senior
Really
man.
down to earth. He's great.
Senior
He's senior
man.
man for a reason. Great guy. I think
Right?
Chidera as well. I'm lucky that I had them here and I have him here because I've been able to find my feet, find my place. And also we help ourselves in terms of there is you get how place no go hard for you if you get somebody we understand who you be, if you understand what I mean. There's a way we can banter
Mm-hmm.
things off or we laugh about things that would have been a problem, Let's say he's going through something. I can just, yes, I'm serious because of what he's going through, but I can throw in jokes and we try to just stay positive. So he's like a brother. He's been really, really instrumental for me settling in here as well. Now my senior man envy.
Well, I mean, I also have Nigerian teammates, HAG in here, and I know what it means sometimes when you have like supportive teammates, where you can have people you can both speak your language
Yeah.
together, where you can banter together, at least gossip some kind,
Yeah.
not like gossip, but that kind of Niger, you don't feel alone, you don't feel like an
Gossip.
outcast,
Oh.
even when things rough. Even when things rough, Nagovi, that kind, like you still feel like home away from home. You get it? Like it's always
Yeah.
very, very,
Yes.
very interesting. So Akko, when you were you're in a very great form where you were in this last AFCON. I pray that every AFCON that you have opportunity to go by God's grace, you'd always amaze all of us. You've always been in great form, no
Yeah.
injuries, you'll be at the top at all times. So, you're in great form, you're scoring, you're assisting, everything was clicking for you. Then you got the call that your mom was hospitalized. Walk us through that moment. What was going through your mind and how is she now actually? Hope she's fine. And also, you
Yeah.
still went back to play the game. Like n- you just walk us through that moment. Yeah, because I know
Yeah.
that leaving camp in a major tournament is not so easy. It's not an easy decision. And some player might feel like if they leave, they can't leave because of the team or because they might be left out of the team. So what made you decide to go, and did anyone try to stop you or make you feel guilty when you wanted to leave to go check on your mom?
No, they came during the Tunisia game, so they had a very stressful travels from Nigeria. And it was cold in Fez. I don't know if anybody told you, but it was very
Okay.
cold. So this was not normal for them. It was very, very cold. It was
Oh,
raining. It was cold. And then they came to the game. The game was very late. We played 9 p.m. We played Tunisia at 9 p.m. And then the next day, she was like, "Okay, we're a bit fine." I went to see them because we had a day off. And then the game leading to Mozambique, the night before or the day before, my brother called me that mom is not feeling so well. What is wrong? So she's having cold, and the next time her stomach, and so many things. And I told the doctor in camp, I said, okay, I need a doctor to see my mom. So he called the doctor from CAF. I'm very grateful to them as well. They went to see, and then they took her to a private hospital there in Fez. And the day of the game, I couldn't ask for permission to go see her because this is round of 16. This is the most important game in the tournament for us at that time. So I was like, okay, focus on the game and then we'll see what happens. So we went to the game and I was very frustrated. In the first half, I was very angry Even though I already made an assist, I was just angry because I went to the dressing room. I was angry. I need to. Nobody go. They vex me. I know I had situation from outside that was like getting to me, but I was just trying to find something to lash it on, you know. And then when I scored, it was a huge relief. But at the same time, they are not there in the stadium to see it, you know. But I know she was watching. She watched from the hospital. It was tough. It was very
Okay.
tough coming to a foreign country and then she falling sick. I didn't know what to do exactly with that.
Wow.
It was tough
It's
in
great
that
that
way.
to hear that.
Then next day,
Okay.
I just left. If I'm being honest with you, I wanted to ask the coach, but I we had a few hours off in the morning, so I woke up very early and then I just left.
Oh, great. Was it CAF
I
that
knew
took
I,
responsibility?
they just gave me the doctor because I was looking for somebody I could trust. So that was the doctor that was responsible for the Super Eagles, Nadia. So she
Mm.
took care of my mom.
Oh, great, 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 great. Oh, yeah. So, but you've already started, based on our research and what we found out, you already started the Akor Football Empowerment Scheme. One, I'm very interested about what that is all about, and why is it an empowerment scheme? Why is it not like, why is it not named foundation like every other, Heartlet or every other foundations out there? Why is it
Yeah,
Alcohol Football Empowerment Scheme? Why is it Alcohol Foundation? Through your Open Alive also you did an initiative called Open Alive Initiative Foundation. Is it? Is it a different
yeah,
foundation? Is that a different Open Alive Initiative Foundation? Yeah.
yeah. They are two different. They are two different initiatives.
Oh,
For me, Hope Alive is more like the vision I have because I that was what kept me in my own journey and it's still keeping me. I think hope is a very powerful tool. Like Abraham hoped against all hope,
hmm.
and that is a very powerful thing. So to give hope, no matter how little, I think hope would keep you alive. You know, the Bible speaking, it said, "There is hope for a tree if it is cut off at the scent of water, it can sprout again." So hope is very powerful. So hope alive, like just keeping it alive, keep the tiniest of hope alive can make things happen. And for the Akor Football Empowerment Scheme, this is more like we just don't want to call it a tournament or something because the environment I'm from, I think I never got to see a professional until I got to Kaduna State
Mm.
because Mina, we don't have a lot of it. And I know that these people are passionate about football. These people are this this keeps people from the street, you know. It keeps people from vices, from smoking or from doing some people fight a lot where I'm from. So
Hmm.
this thing keeps them, brings peace. We wanted to do it in form of trading for people to learn trade, but I am not in that line. I've never been in that line, so I wouldn't know what to do. With the football, I think I can help more in that area because I understand it. I know the power it wields. I can affect lives and affect lives in the positive way I can. I can also touch the society because I think football brings people together a lot.
Yeah, it
Football is
does.
powerful.
It does.
So we tried, built a mini stand in the pitch I was brought up on. We fixed the football pitch and then we had the tournament. We do it every year in the summer. So this year is the third edition and last year was quite eventful actually. Quite eventful. So I thank God for it and I think I will do it for every year as long as I'm professional.
When you see those young boys playing in that tournament, what do you see? Do you see yourself?
My,
Or do you
myself,
want them, what do you want them to learn from your story?
I started on that pitch primary six. I was in primary six. I started there. I played there until I finished SS3. So that was 7 years every day on that pitch, every day. So I think for them, seeing me, and I know they do love me, seeing me is a beacon of hope for them. They know it's possible. We didn't see it growing up there. They see now and they know it's possible. I would speak a little Hausa. Kasa ako, nasa shi mana. Ba yana ture yanzu ba. Ya buga na ai. So all these kind of things, like in translation, is, do you know Akor? The person would say yes. He's abroad now. He played here. So as little as that message is, I think it tells a lot about. It tells a lot to the people in that environment that it's possible. And if that is all the message is, I think it will do a lot. That it is possible. And I try to come as well every year so they see with their eyes. Uh, And what you see affects your life a lot.
Hmm.
What you see in close proximity, you can touch, you know it's possible.
It's real.
I didn't get that.
Hmm.
Yes, it's real. And so I say it's very possible. Don't limit yourself to your environment. It may not
Hmm.
happen here, but something can stir up from here that would go to the ends of the earth.
Absolutely.
It's very possible.
It's very possible. That's powerful. That's huge hope. And that's like, you're inspiring the next generation. You are giving them the opportunity to believe. You are giving them the opportunity to see that success is achievable. It is possible. So long you put your heart to it, just keep doing it. And if I can't do it, Akor can do it, you can also even do much more. And
Yeah.
there's nothing that is no message is better than that. No message is better than that. And thank you for that heart to keep, to inspire, to give, and to just be that beacon of hope for those who doesn't have an hope, because it takes a lot to come out from an environment and understanding the problem and the condition of the environment and still think about going back again to affect them positively. It takes a lot. It takes a heart, a calm, it takes a godly heart. That's just the thing. It takes a godly
Thank
heart.
God.
And it's not like you're doing it to chase clouds. You're not doing it to say, yeah, because you want. No, it's because you feel fulfilled when you do it. You're happy when you do it. And because you know that there are potentials that could also rise to stardom just as God has helped you too. So when your football career is over, and I mean, in one day, all of us will leave football, right? And so it's in 15, 20 years' time. I know we'll all be sitting probably as an administrator watching these kids too. You'd have be like reminiscing. So yeah, for one day it's going to, come to a place where you have to hang that boot. We don't have a choice. If you don't leave the football will leave.
So, yes, so,
So what do you want people to say about Akor Jerome Adams? Is it Jerome or Jerome?
Jerome.
Exactly. So thank you. I love that name actually. So what do you want people to say about Akor Jerome Adams? Not the footballer man, the believer, the human being. Like, what do you want them to say about you? Or should I say, put this way, what do you want to be remembered for?
Yes, I want to be remembered, not just as a Christian, because that's a broad thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're all Christians. The experiences that touches me the most is like, I was speaking to one of the boys I was with in Norway, and he said something one day. I was down. Naim, they encouraged me. He said, brother, there was a reason I liked to come to your apartment every time. He didn't say anything more than that. He said, there's just something. For me, this is impact. I didn't say, I know they talk plenty. For me, this is impact because that you touch somebody without actually telling them anything. Maybe just from the way you are, from the way you, for me, this I want to be remembered for. I don't want anybody to leave me and not be better than they met me. Yes, I think I want not people, the football come and go. It's for some people I as Sabi, for some people I not Sabi at all. So I don't base myself so much on my football ability, to be honest. I want somebody to genuinely be like, I was like this and then I was like this after. I think this touches my heart a lot. He told me that thing and I found courage in it. It's like, don't stop what you are doing. That was what he was telling me, oh, my boy. He said, don't stop what you're doing. He said, I like to come to your apartment that time. There's a reason for it. So this touches me that I can touch somebody without actually doing anything physical or anything verbal. So I don't know what that is, but if God can help me to keep that thing, I think I'll be a satisfied person at the end. That my life can speak more than my words can. And I want to be remembered as a kind person. I think if I want to be known as anything, it's kind. Not nice, but kind. I want to be known as a kind person. That I consider somebody. I think that for me, those two things. That I showed kindness where I could.
And adding value to people. Like when people come around you, they live better than who they were. That is, if they were sad when they came, they left happy. If they came
Yes.
with like confusion, they leave with clarity. If they,
Yes.
it's a very broad. What you said is very broad. It's very and it's deep. And it's deep. And as you prayed, that may God helps you to keep that thing consecrated. That even without speaking that any word, your life makes an impact. Your life has value, and your life makes a difference. That is huge. I also have to go and think. Even that question, I need to ask myself personally. What do you? It's a question that we all
Who
have
says?
to ask. You know, you don't
Somebody
have to.
said something. Somebody said something. He said, write your eulogy. That's, God forbid, the note you want people to read at your obituary, and then leave backwards. He said it will shape, it will cut off all the excesses and it will shape things in that sense. So this question now makes me think how I am. This question is screening out everybody else, just looking in the mirror. And it's a very conscious thing. So I will go with that question. I'll go with that question. I have to think about that a lot.
Me say that I'm asking the question. I need to go back. I answer that
Wow.
question. Honestly, I need to also go back, and it's a very deep
That's a,
question.
that's,
It,
that's a
you've
good question.
you've achieved a level of success in your life. You know what it means to either be poor and you know what it means now to have a level of financial um literacy and everything that you are right now. You've achieved stardom. There's a lot of glory ahead, but at least to an extent now you can say, if they would go to the street of Nigeria, say Akor Adams, we know.
Yeah.
I don't need to
Thank
go.
God.
So to God be all the glory. But you've gotten fame, you've gotten the name, you've gotten, that God is still building, and will establish beyond this. Because I know whoever is with God, there's never a better yesterday. That's one thing I know. There's never a better yesterday.
Mm.
So after achieving these milestones in your life and your career, what does success really means to you? Is it the money? Is it the fame? Is it the cars, the house? Is it you score goals? Is that what success means to you? What does success means to you?
I think I have never been one to attribute success to money. I think money is a product of value.
Mm-hmm.
If you offer value, anybody can get money if they give value. I think material is not success at all for me. It's the least of it. Material is not success. Fame, I know famous people that can pay for Uber. Fame is not success.
That's deep.
Fame is not success. Contentment. I think contentment that you can still have yourself. Have yourself in the sense that you're still in touch with yourself. Of course, to climb ladders, you shred yourself. This is normal, But there's contentment in place, that one, the one place, and you still have a touch of yourself. I think you can't buy that. Nothing can buy that. People chase it. You still have a sense of self. and there is contentment in place. I think for me, this is success. If I have all the money and I have these things, I will consider myself successful.
That is what success means to you. I mean, we bring a lot of people
Yeah.
who we've asked the same question, and success means different things to different people. Everybody have a
Yeah.
different lens, different definition to success. So we just love to have different perspective of what success means to, you know, each and every one of us, just so we
Yeah.
all keep learning and we all keep edifying ourselves. Okay, complete this
Okay.
sentence. From barefoot in Tungongoro to La Liga, God taught me that.
With him, all things are possible. From barefoot in Tugangoro to La Liga, God taught me that so much with a man with so little. And lastly, and most important, from barefoot in Tugangoro to La Liga, God taught me that He's the source. He is the source. He's the lifter.
Great.
I cannot ascribe it to
There's a little
else except Him.
there that God is the source, God is your lifter, God can lift anybody. These are powerful, you know, wisdom that people, even we young athletes, young boys, young girls have to grow up with.
I said Tugangoro, if you know even the map, self. If
I'm hearing this for the first time. It is because of you that I know what Tugangoro is. Honestly, like I've never heard it. I've lived in Nigeria all my life, but I'm brought up there. But I've never heard Tugangoro before. You could see how I was struggling to call that that name. You know, it's amazing. But yeah, glory to God, glory to God. Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to, like, you know, players who just got like international breakthroughs and all of that? You know, they just get a little bit exposed to money. You know, majority, you can't compare the money you saw in Nigeria and when you got your international opportunity.
no,
What is the biggest
no.
lesson you've learned about financial management? And what would be your advice to like players who are making money or those who are like, because so you know, there's some kind of football money that you will get. You will lose touch in some things. You go to buy rubbish, even what you don't need. You know, what lesson have
Yeah.
you learned when it comes to financial management, and how would you advise in any young player coming up in terms of you know, when they get this like exposure to, you know, huge money, huge figures, and just so they can also learn on how to manage their finances properly?
The best advice I've gotten personally is keep a lifestyle you can maintain for a long time.
Mm.
Because he said to me, Eric Bakke, he was my coach at Norway. Lifestyle changes is one of the biggest problems with athletes. Is a
Mm.
keep a lifestyle, find a lifestyle you have a good balance with, and keep that lifestyle, and you won't have any problem. And also, another best financial advice I have gotten. It sounds funny. Whenever I say it, people laugh. If you spend your money, you have none left.
Mm.
It sounds funny, but it's just as logical as it
No,
sounds.
it's the reality. When you spend so much, and it's just it.
It-
It is
it's
you have.
finished. it's funny, but it's logical. If you spend it, you have nothing left. There's nothing left.
Hmm.
So I think uh, also you may not know everything, so be sure of many things. Don't be, you can't be sure of everything, but be sure of many things. Okay, come and buy this thing. How much is it? What is clarified? Is it the right thing for me? These are things you can be sure about before you go into it.
Like
So these three things for
make due diligence,
yes,
leverage
yes,
on
yes,
people who have experience on that part before you delve into it.
yes, yes, yes. I'm taking these counsels now. I have my note here.
You are the
Yeah.
one that give it. I'm trying to put it together. So it's not it's not it's nothing new. You already know all
I have
of this.
learned a lot.
No, bro, I have learned. I personally would have to go back to this episode watch. I don't. In fact, I don't even have option as to watch because yeah, I really love your perspective about life and how you put things together. Your lessons, your experience is an inspiration to a lot of us. And you see, no matter what level that we think we've got it, there's always something to learn, even from a player that is
Yeah.
not even as any player who is not even established yet. Maybe players from the
Yes.
grassroots. There's only something to learn from each and every one of us. So only somebody who will feel like I've arrived that will think that they know everything. Oh no, I have a lot to learn from me personally, and no problem. Maybe one day I would enter your DM again and tell me what book are you reading today. Please recommend. I need to read as well. I need to read them as well. What's like your proudest moment so far, both in football and in life? And also, the B part of that question is what's one book or quote that changed your life?
Hmm. Proudest moment so far is buying my parents a house. My
Wow.
proudest, my life, in my whole life, because I know how it used to be. So that was for me the best thing I've done ever. Uh, what book?
You've read a lot, so you don't even know the
What?
one you can pick right now.
Well, I think two books, honestly, because for me,
Okay.
yes, the Bible is, and it's a book. I think
Mm-hmm.
first, the Bible has changed my life. The book of Proverbs
Wow.
have changed my whole
Oof.
personal book of Proverbs. Also, the power of right believing, Pastor Prince.
Mm, the
The
power.
power of right.
No problem. The power of right believing.
That's the best book I've read. Actually, is my dad bought it for my elder brother, and I stole it. But I
You
have it
stole
now.
it.
I've had the book for more than a decade. Yeah,
Wow.
it's the oldest book I have. Pastor
Wow.
Joseph Prince. I know people don't agree so much with the pastor, but for me, in the season I was that year, the book was the best thing I needed. So even till now, I still go back to the book,
The
and I
power
think
of
I'll have
right
the book
believing.
and pass it to my children by the grace of God. I think it's a special book.
Amen. 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 I'll check it out. I'll check it out. If you could share one message with everyone, with the world, what would that message be?
Jesus really loves you, really,
Oof.
really. The rest is just encouragement. This is the only truth. This one is a fact. The rest is just encouragement. Jesus loves you more than you think, more than you know what love is. Is
I
the
love it.
only truth I can tell. The rest is just encouragement or advice. This one is not an advice.
It is the truth.
It's the
Wow.
truth. It's a sure truth any day.
Akor, there are millions of young Nigerian boys right now watching you, dreaming of making it to Europe someday, playing for they dream of playing for the Super Eagles, scoring at AFCON. Many of them are in situations other than you have ever faced. Based on everything that you have been through, the struggles, the controversies, the triumphs, what's your final message to them? And for that kids at Jamba Football Academy right now, the academy
Mm.
where you came from, the ones walking the same path that you've walked, what do you want them to know about what it really takes to make it?
Mm.
You can take it one after the other. If you so you don't you can do you want us to take it one after the other?
No, I know. I think I'm careful, to be honest, with questions like this about what it takes to make it, if I'm being really, really honest, because I myself was helped by God completely. But I can say, like we talked about from the beginning, nobody can prepare for you. This, you have to be intentional, clear minded about it. Nobody can prepare for you. And also, try as much as possible to surround yourself with people who are in the same wavelength as yourself, or even better. If you want to become a professional football player, and all of your friends are in school or in university, not saying it's a bad thing, all of your friends are musicians, you're in the wrong group of friends
Hmm.
for now. Una go catch up later. But for now, you're in the wrong group of friends because what you should be thinking is where is the next this or how are we doing this? That's what you should be thinking, not now I can have friends who are outside of football because I have kind of a balance. I have a sense of identity. But if you're just starting up, you need just one identity. Football. Your life should be about it. You wake up, you sleep. Have a healthy obsession about it. Because it won't be handed for free to you. So I would advise what you surround yourself with, who you surround yourself with. Be intentional about your preparation. If you say you're going to train, train. Be intentional and just pray. Because I think prayer brings opportunities. Prayer makes room for possibilities as well.
Mm.
And prayer helps with faith. Prayer, like, there's a way you talk to God and you can feel like God is going to do something, you know? And I don't put a gauge to pray. I don't tell people how to pray or what to say. No, just be as sincere as possible. He knows. There's a way you can talk to God and he knows this is what you really want. And you feel better after that. Just that 10 minutes, it gives you hope. It gives you faith. So pray about it. If you really want it from your heart, tell God about it. If you really want it from your heart, tell God. And don't want to become professional for ulterior motives. It's a calling. It's more difficult than the money you see.
Hmm.
It's more difficult. Let your motive. We are not the most perfect, but because when you're going to ask God, He checks your motive as well. Let your motive be what you're going to do with this life you're asking Him for. It cannot be about yourself. You won't last. These are the things I think. Because I think God sees the heart.
Powerful. Powerful. I'm I'm lost in your words. I'm lost
Uh,
in I mean, not in a bad way. Please.
no.
You know, I mean, lost in a good way. Like, I mean, I'm feeling what you're saying to like my bones, to like my marrows. That's what I'm trying to say. So please, you know, I'm not so eloquent like as you do, and I ignore it so widely as you've done.
No,
So
no,
I know I might have a wrong choice of English, but please pardon me for the want of English.
no, no problem at all.
But yeah, no, I just feel like, when somebody's talking, you're like, it's getting into your spirit, not like you're just hearing, but like I can feel what you're talking. You know what I mean? And I
But these
just
are my
hope that.
truth.
What did you
These
say?
are the truth I live by. These are my own truth. It could be
Exactly.
different for somebody else, but these are my own truth. And this is what I'll tell my younger brother as well. It's like he's eager to want to start. I say, see, one thing is sure in football, you go pay him before he pay you. But I go decide how you pay him. Huh. You know how many matches you play? Sometimes you even play 2 matches in 2 days, sef. You must pay him first. There's no, you can't cut it short.
You
There's no
can.
shortcut.
You can.
You can. He thinks I'm harsh, but this is the truth.
Before we wrap up, we have a culture on this podcast. We always show everyone that one way, and that's Jesus. So there's someone watching us right now who needs to hear this. Maybe they are living your dreams. They are living their dreams already. They are playing professional football. They are making good money. People are celebrating them. But inside of them, they didn't have peace. Or maybe they are still, grinding. Some of them are thinking of, when will I sign the next contract? When can I get the next call up to the national team or something? Maybe when I make it, then I will be happy. So that kind of feeling. Now you've been there too as well, but you've also discovered something money and fame can't buy. That real peace that comes, through knowing Jesus Christ. What would be your
Mm.
salvation message to those who are yet to come to the knowledge of Christ to find their peace?
And that's a message to me as well, honestly. Victoria Orenze said something. She said, if you have tasted an inch of God's love, nothing else will satisfy you. You don't need to taste a lot, just an inch of God's love. Nothing else will satisfy you. I've been in that place. You have gone looking for it somewhere else. You know what you're looking for. You know where to get it, but you don't know how to go where to get it. So you go and find it in everything else. You, I've been in this place that you can score hat-trick and you're not happy.
Hmm.
Because you think the goal will make you, but you're not actually. Like everybody is celebrating, but you know. And I say to myself, the best Akor or the best of you is that 5 to 10 minutes with your head on the pillow. That's your truest self. That's where it all matters, to be honest. That's where it all matters.
You said with your
The
head on
last
the
five, the last 5 to 10 minutes with your head on the pillow on the bed. That's your truest self. You know, if you sleep and you don't wake up, you have that in mind. You know where they go. What you have done for the day. If you're a good person, that moment is true because there is no camera, there is nobody watching you. It's just you, your spirit, and your maker. For me, I think that's the truest self any human is. That last minutes with your head on the pillow. So the best I can do for myself is to reconcile with God. We are on a reconciliation journey till the day we leave this place, but reconcile. Job said we should reconcile ourselves to him. Reconcile because what we are chasing or whatever we chase is transient. It no go last. It no go last. And it doesn't satisfy. It doesn't have the capacity to satisfy. It doesn't. Everything we chase doesn't have family. Even kids don't have the capacity to satisfy. They will bring you joy. But in itself, they don't have the capacity. Success don't have the capacity to satisfy. Money don't have the capacity in itself to satisfy. Fame don't have the capacity in itself to satisfy. The next contract don't have the capacity in itself to satisfy. Reconcile with who really matters. Reconcile with who you are at peace with the last 10 minutes before you go to bed. For me, this is the real test. We just reconcile with God. I will reconcile with God. We should all reconcile with God. This is message to myself and to the young, to the old. There is no age difference. There is no barriers in profession. If you test the love of God, nothing else will satisfy you except that. This is what I believe.
Powerful. We all have to come to the place of reconciliation. And personally, I mean, this is also very, very, very important for me. You know, personally, I can do what I do today, and it's not like it's convenient. It's not like it's
No.
comfortable. It's not like it's the best. I can always sit on my couch, watch Netflix,
Yeah.
relax. But
Yeah.
you know, there's a kind of level, or it's not level. There's a kind of a place of reconciliation that you'd have come with Christ that has given you a level of conviction and peace that will make us do what we do. You
I'm
know?
encouraged. I'm very encouraged, to be honest. I'm
Thank
very, very
you.
encouraged.
Nah, thank you.
Very.
Thank you. But to God be all the glory because it's never convenient. Okay. But for me, it's all about Him first. It's all about Jesus first. It's all about me putting me at the center of everything that I do. It's all about that relation. How can I've gotten to a place of by God's grace that God, how can I be of help today? How can you use me today? How can I serve today? How can I like just use me? Like I am available. Like I don't even know it's not like I don't have what to do. But I don't know how I'm going to explain that connection, that reconciliation, that passion. That's what gives me fulfillment personally. That's what makes me happy. That's what gives me peace. That I can do whatever he has called, or like the message, whatever he has given me to obey, to just live in it. It just makes me happy. It makes me feel fulfilled. It makes me feel joyful. And I love the way you just rightly put it. Coming back to, we coming to the place of reconciliation. You might have heard, you might thought you're a sinner. You might thought you're whatever, you're too far away from God to, love you or whatever. You say something very powerful, one very
It's so
biggest
close.
message. Is very close. And you said Jesus
It's,
loves you.
hmm.
That was
It's
one
a
of the
complete
power.
message. It's a complete message, honestly. And whoever cares to listen, even myself, now I'm speaking to myself. It's a complete message. It's not a counsel. It's a truth that your spirit resonates with. If you hear it, something inside of you testifies that it's true.
It's true. You can only
That
have
he
you
loves you.
sometimes, but deep
He
down,
loves you
you know
completely.
it's true.
Not the type of love we know. It's different. A love that can make a grown man cry is different.
Hmm.
It's different. Love that can change prostitutes in a second. It's not normal. It's not it's not normal. Love that can die for somebody.
Hmm.
You know how selfish we are as
Can
human.
live his own life.
You know how selfish we are as human beings. So no, he
Wow.
loves you completely. More than I know what love is.
For anyone who would see this, who is yet to come to the knowledge of Christ, we encourage you today. Come to the place of reconciliation. Come to the place of just knowing him. He loves you. His arms are ever open to receive you. You're never far away. You're never lost. If you think you feel lost, that's the whisper and the lies from the pit of hell. Jesus loves you. Come back to the place of reconciliation, and his arms are ever open to receive you. And we hope that you make that decision today to follow that path and remain blessed forever. Remain blessed forever. So, Akor Adams,
Amen.
thank you very much for your time. Thank you for creating
Thank
time
you
to be
so
on
much.
this session with me.
You have encouraged me a lot from things I have seen and from also speaking today. You're not just talking, you are living the life, and it's difficult, but it reflects who you are and what God is doing through you in this generation. And I just pray that he doesn't stop, which he would not, because he
Amen.
finishes whatever he starts, and he just
Absolutely.
takes you in bounds and bounds. So it's
Amen.
more of a pleasure for me, to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you, Hako. I'm so grateful. And, it's a lot of values, a lot of message, and it's a lot of, lights to learn from, a lot to learn from this particular episode. Personally, I'm going to watch it and I will still take my note. Look, this is just like a rough sketch of my notes on one full whatever. So imagine
Uh,
how much more when I now calm down, learn and translate everything on in my phone or iPad and all. So thank you very much, Akko, and thank you for your time. And I sincerely appreciate all that you do. Wow, 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 wow. Just wow. I don't know about you guys, but my spirit is so full right now. I have learned a lot. It's been an incredible and a powerful conversation. It's been a powerful conversation. I want to say a huge thank you to Akor Adams for being so open, so vulnerable, and so real with us today. Thank you, Akor Adams, for showing us that it doesn't matter if you start barefoot in Tungangoro, God can take you anywhere. Thank you for teaching us that you can score goals at the biggest stage of football and still points to heaven. Thank you for proving that excellence and humility, success and faith can go hand in hand. To my listeners on Rash for Christ podcast, to the Rash for Christ family, I hope you caught every word of that. I hope you got value from this episode. Success isn't just about the goals you score, the contract you sign, the money you make, the job you worked or the job you worked on or the teams you played for. It's about character, it's about integrity, it's about impact, and most importantly, it's about holding on to Jesus even when the whole world is watching. Even when fame comes, even when money comes, that's what separates a good player from a great one. That's what separates a successful person from a significant one. I encourage you today to take the lessons today from this episode, run with them. Whether you're a sports person, you're into sports, into business, or school, or a student, don't let the environment change your faith. Let your faith change the environment. It's been an incredible session with Akor Adams, full of insight, full of knowledge, full of wisdom, eloquent person, intelligent, smart, brilliant mind. Woof. Akor Adams, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. And thank you. All I can say is thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're such an amazing person, an amazing personality on and off the pitch. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing us what all of this looks like. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. To all our Rush for Christ family, please do us a huge favor. Share this episode with a young athlete, a friend, or anyone who needs to push to keep chasing their dreams. Subscribe to the podcast so you never miss these powerful conversations. And drop a comment. I want to know, what was a favorite moment or lesson from Akor today? And please, feel free to give your feedback in the comment section and suggest which guest you'd like to see next. We pay attention to your feedback and we will invite the guest you want us to speak to. Please also follow Akor Adams at Akor Adams on all social media platforms. And please do well to follow us on Rash for Christ and follow me personally on at Rasheedat 10 on all my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all my social media platforms. Do well to follow me and thank you. Until next time, keep chasing your dreams, keep believing in yourself, keep putting in the work, and always keeps Christ at the center of everything that you do. My name is Rasheedat Ajibade, and this is Rash for Christ podcast. God bless you all, and we will see you in the next episode. And remember that success is achievable while maintaining your faith in God. Stay blessed. Bye for now.